Hey, Lou Mosca, Chief Operating Officer of American Management Services, and what I'd like to talk to you about today is the independent truckers, over-the-road truckers. But before I do that, my staff keeps telling me I need to say the following. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm going to say, but this is what I need to say. If you like what you see and what we do, follow us. If you like it enough, share it with other people. If you really, really, really like it, subscribe. Ring the bell, cling, right in front of you, so that you're part of our family on YouTube, okay? Great. So now what we're going to talk about independent truckers. Are they dead? Are they a dying breed? Is there a future in independent trucking? Well, I personally believe there's a future in any industry, provided you're unique, okay? So if you're just the same old, you're dead meat. But your industry, the trucking industry, is actually in great peril, obviously in great peril. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago, everyone was moaning and bitching and crying and swearing they couldn't find the drivers that they need. Today, drivers are getting laid off, independent truckers are in trouble, and of course it's not for everybody, it's not everybody, but there's challenges out there. So let's talk about some of those challenges. Number one, Amazon and Walmart. Friend or foe? Well, if you know anything about me, absolute 1000% foe. They are the enemy. So first of all, Amazon and Walmart want to kill every small mom and pop. On top of that, they want to make sure that they have all the drivers, they have all the trucks, they have all the fleets, they have all the equipment, and at your detriment, you're going to be losing those people. So Amazon or Walmart are killing the trucking industry. They're killing every industry. Second, growth from construction and manufacturing fueled the trucking boom in the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Growth in manufacturing, growth in construction fueled the boom. But I don't know if a recession's coming or not. I'm no Alan Greenspan. I've said this 1,000 times before. But there's a lot of underlying current that's not good. Fed cuts the interest rate. Car dealers don't want to take more cars onto their lots. Construction, housing construction slowing down. Contractors we deal with are saying that their start dates are just getting backed up. Banks telling us they're not going to lend to contractors. Manufacturing being in a quote-unquote official recession with 2 subpar quarters in a row. There's some things that just don't feel right about the economy. And I don't think it's going to be like 08, 9, and 10 where the world fell apart. But it's pretty clear to me that things are going to start to turn, because what goes up must come down, right? So we went up, it has to come down. So the growth in the trucking industry happened at the benefit because of construction and manufacturing. As construction and manufacturing start to pull back slightly, coupled with Amazon and Walmart getting more aggressive, you can throw Target into that mix right now, and Costco and BJ's and all these other big boxes, right? All these other big boxes, they just want to consume the world. So they're going to poach the drivers, own the equipment, own the road, shrink the middleman, shrink the small independent guy, and everybody's going to feel the crunch, especially as the economy starts to slow down. Okay? So I want you to think about that. As a trucker, though, if you're going to be an independent trucker and you plan to stay in business and you need to be competitive, you need to know every day, daily, what's it costing you to haul a load? What's it cost you to run that truck to make that delivery? So I had a client recently that was quoting deliveries to their customers, and their customers were Fortune 500 companies, without knowing the cost to do the work. And actually, when we discussed it with them, she actually said, I know, this is like playing craps. She said, but if I don't take the work, I have a problem. And if I take the work at a price that might be too high, I have a problem. And I said, what you have here is suicidal. You want to roll the dice, you want to spin the dice, you want to hope it's going to be okay, that's your business. But if you don't know your cost per mile, buy vehicle. And it's a moving number, I get it. If you don't know your cost per mile by vehicle, how can you quote anybody? Why would you put the key in the ignition? Why would you pay the driver? Why would you fuel the truck? Why would you pay the insurance? You're out of your mind. Spend the time, the energy, the effort, and I guarantee you it will pay dividends for you. Second thing, If you still want to retain yourself and be an independent driver, that's what you want to do. You need to have specific plans. You want to be an independent driver, independent trucking company with your own drivers, whether they're your employees or owner-operators. Every driver, you need to have a strategy that's unique for that driver, for their future. And they need to feel that it's a career. I don't know if I spelled that right, probably not. They need to feel it's a career, not a job. Okay, so driver retention, because you don't want to lose these drivers all the way back here to the Walmarts and Amazons, do you? You don't want to do that. So you need to have a strategy that says, I got you, I'm keeping you, we're part of the family. Individual, you got 30 drivers, you should have 30 strategies. You should be going over it with them every quarter so they see that their future is secure with you and you see that your future is secure with them. And I bet you 90% of the folks out there do not do that. Independent driver retention strategy. And it's not just salary. Okay, finally, how do you tie everything together? Tie it together with a pay-for-performance plan that's individual by driver, it's unique to each driver. And pay-for-performance needs to tied to profits. If you tie pay-for-performance to anything other than profits, you're making a mistake. So I had an argument with a trucker about 3 weeks ago that he was tying his pay-for-performance to safety or on time or attendance or loads, or miles driven. All of that is BS. All of it's BS. Ridiculous. This is what they're supposed to do. You don't incentivize them to do what they're supposed to do. You incentivize them for incremental profitability. Okay? So let's recap. Independent truckers, you're in a world of hurt right now. If it's not today, it's coming. If you're not maximizing your profit and managing by the numbers, you're in a world of hurt. Because Amazon, Walmart, Target, Costco, BJ's, Home Depot, Lowe's, all these big box stores will eat your lunch. They're going to try and hire every driver out there, and they're going to try and close up all the small guys. You rode the crest. That's fantastic. What goes up can only go down. You got to be careful. Are you planning for that? Are you paying down your debt? If you don't know what it costs you to operate and run your trucks, cost per mile, by vehicle, you're making a mistake. Yeah, it's okay to have some blended cost per mile. I'm okay with that. But if you don't have it by vehicle, you're making a mistake. By vehicle, blended, someone should be working on this all the time for you. And as an owner, this should be something you have at your fingertips and a flash report, some notice every day. It's suicidal not to know your costs. Driver retention, individual strategy by driver, not for the company, by driver. You have a strategy for the company that says, I'm going to work on an individual plan by driver so that they feel like it's not a job, it's a career. It's not a job, it's a career. They should be thinking 30-year careers. That's your job to make them believe that they have a career. And finally, I believe wholeheartedly pay for performance ties it all together, but your pay for performance needs to be tied to incremental profit. Incremental profit. Do not incentivize people for being safe, for being on time, for incremental miles. Don't incentivize people on loads. You incentivize people for incremental profit. You want to talk to me about any of this, folks? 800-743-0410. I'm glad they wrote this out for me because I don't know my Twitter stuff. At Mosca Small Biz, okay? So again, follow us on YouTube, ring the bell, be a YouTube follower. Follow me on Twitter at Mosca Small Biz. Call me anytime, 800-743-0410. We can talk about anything that's going on in your trucking world. We're here to be of assistance. Have a great day.